Have you thought this through at all?
What else are we supposed to do? Let them take everything and hope that they just give it back?
Why wouldn't they? Their whole purpose is to represent our interests, Yoshi.
It's not your call, Shiz.
You won't trust them, but you'll trust some gas delivery guy to give it all back?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Do you hear yourself? What if Hilmer decides he doesn't want to give the farm back?
That man is my best friend and practically family to us. We'll go to this meeting, and we'll see what they're offering. But I trust Hilmer Blaine with my life.
Well, I hope you're right.
When the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, our west coast became a potential combat zone. That is why the commanding general of the Western Defense Command determined that all Japanese within the coastal area should move inland. The Army provided buses to move the people to assembly centers. Quarters were being built where they would have an opportunity to work, and more space in which to live.
The loyalty questionnaire that most people talk about focus on questions 27 and 28. Are you loyal to the Emperor of Japan? Do you renounce loyalty to the Emperor of Japan? Nisei said, I never have been loyal to the Emperor of Japan. I'm a U.S. citizen.
Are you gonna sign it?
No,
Why not?
because it's not right.
It's just a questionnaire.
It's not just a questionnaire.
What does that mean?
Signing this justifies the treatment they've been given us.
They'll make more trouble for us if you don't. Just sign it.
No.
They might let us home faster if you do. No one wants to be here.
I'm not signing it.
It's just a piece of paper.
It's more than just paper.
They're gonna use it against you if you don't.
They'll use it against me if I do. They're asking me to renounce my allegiance to the Emperor of Japan. I never had an allegiance to renounce, Shiz. Do you? They've already gone too far with this camp. I won't be humiliated any further.
There are rumors going around that they might start a draft for us.
I'll fight it.
Yoshi, do you know what happens if you say no to them? I don't know what to do anymore. What if they take you away?
Everything's gonna be all right. We'll figure this out. And if anything happens, you'll be here to take care.
No. We need you here with us. I need you here with us.
The draft board reclassified just about all of the Nisei men, and it went anywhere from 4C, ineligible for the draft because this person is an enemy alien. Okay, they were considered enemy aliens at one point. It changed so many times in a short amount of time, and I think it was confusing, and it was kind of like, where do I stand as a citizen?
I had done a lot of reading in Japanese American history, and nowhere in any published book that I could find was there any mention of the draft being applied. to Japanese Americans in the camps. And so that was my first shock, was what? They drafted people? And then people resisted? And that was the way you would go about it. If you wanted to resist the draft, you get a pre-induction physical notification, and people just wouldn't go.
What are they planning to plant here?
I heard peaches.
Nani?
Momoを売っている.
Momo? Momotaro-san, Momotaro-san.
お串につけたきびだんご一口私にくださいな I'll take care of it. Sergeant Peralta! See, you brought your friends over to help with the plowing. Sure could use the help.
Not now, Kubo. Mr. Yoshi Kubo, I'm Agent Wilson. On behalf of the Department of Defense, I'm here to place you under arrest.
何が欲しいんだ?
The local draft board reported you did not appear for your pre-induction physical on the 10th.
地図は日産を守れ.
父さん、やめろ!
I'm taking you into custody.
I appealed.
There has to be a mistake. How can we fix this?
There's no mistake. Keep back, or I'll arrest all of you.
息子を離せ!
父さん、逆手ろ!
Offer!
Stay back. And don't make this worse for your family. Please.
He'll be fine. I'll come back.
Stand down.
What Yoshi did was the same as what Heart Mountain resistors did. The Constitution and our rights as citizens are like a contract. And they quoted some of the English philosophers about a social contract. And the social contract says that, you know, we have rights and obligations, but if you put us in prison, they're violating the social contract we have.
I know that Yoshi had a bit of more of an argument than some people had. He owned property, he owned a farm, and he tried to argue that as a farm owner, he should be allowed in agricultural deferment. And that's not something the judge could consider, because that was not the question in court. The court could only deal with one question. Did you or did you not appear for your pre-inductional physical? That's it. Did you or did you not? You did not, then you're in violation of selective service. They weren't there to negotiate how selective service was being implemented, or the fact that it was being implemented in a completely racist way.
Court is called to order. All present, please rise. You may be seated.
Counselor, in light of these proceedings and your client's apparent need to speak up himself, I will allow your client to make a statement to the jurors before they are sworn in and we start this trial.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Kubo, please address the jurors.
After December 7th, I was no longer recognized as a citizen of this country. I couldn't help but feel like I've been ridiculed, realizing how precarious the rights of my citizenship were. And at the same time, I was stunned at the unjust demand for my duty, only while my rights and privileges were invariably suspended. I firmly believe that a citizen's duty should properly be balanced with his rights.
Mr. Kubo, please take your seat and remain there for the duration of these proceedings. The defendant is being tried solely on whether or not he went to his pre-induction physical.
Objection. Your Honor is directing the jury.
This is not a civil rights trial. I am clearly stating the charges, the criminal charges that the United States Attorney has prosecuted in this trial against your client.
I'd like to change my plea to nolo contendere.
Counselor Menon?
If it may please the court, I have conferred with my client, and he is indeed asking to change his plea to no contest with reason.
The court accepts the defendant's change in plea. For the charge of failure to fulfill your selective service obligation, I hereby sentence you to an additional 6 months in the federal penitentiary.
In a fair trial, it should have been dismissed.
I'm willing to do my time.